Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about a movie that studios like Lionsgate would wish we'd forget about. Directors like James Wan tried to sweep it under the rug. And you know why? It's because they completely ripped it off. The movie I'm talking about today is Beyond the Seventh Door. And I know you hardcore James Wan fans are like, what are you talking about? What movie did he rip it off? Have you ever heard of a little movie called Saw? Because I know I have. He ripped that motherfucker right the fuck off. Bitch. And I know. You're not going to take my word over James Wan's. So why should you? I'm not asking you to. So what we're going to do is go through this movie and I'm going to point out each and every similarity. Yeah, and by the end of this video, you'll be on my side. Do you hear that? Because I know I do. Even the composer of Saw ripped off the music from Beyond the Seventh Door. Sure, it's not note for note, and maybe an untrained ear can't detect it, but it's there. They both have the da da da. What? You don't believe me? Check it out. Good song. What crazy son of a bitch let the Night Stalker out of prison? Oh, that's not the Night Stalker. That's our anti-hero for the movie, Lazar Rockwood. I think they hired him because in the right light, he looks just like Jeff Goldblum. If Jeff Goldblum's been smoking crack since he was an infant. Or he actually looks just like Jeff Goldblum from The Fly, mid-transformation. But we're not here to judge anybody or body shame anyone because, I'm no Paul Rudd. Unless you think I am.
Jesus, what a weird fucking creep.
So Richard Ramirez, Boris, meets up with his old flame, Wendy. He knows her from before he went to prison, and he's got a few things on his agenda. He wants to hook back up with her because she's the only woman crazy enough to fall in love with him. And he also wants to rob her millionaire boss.
How are you, Wendy?
I'm fine.
Are you still... Are we still...
You just don't get it, do you, Boris? I explained everything in my letter.
So Wendy recognizes that Boris is some sort of goofy alien man and doesn't want anything to do with him anymore, simply because...
You scare me, Boris.
Yeah, he scares me too. And this is who we follow throughout the movie.
All right. Look, I served my time. I paid my debt. Now I'm clean. I am clean.
Good.
Good for you, Boris.
How is guarded? Are there alarms? Where are the switches to turn them off? We'll need keys, combinations. Wendy, you're right in the inside this time. We can't miss.
But didn't you just say?
Now I'm clean.
So Wendy eventually caves in because for some reason she's the only woman in the world that cannot resist Boris's charm.
Whoa, that's a cool castle.
Boris, come on. I couldn't make it any earlier. I had to wait until everyone went to their rooms.
Your boss?
He's sleeping.
What did you do to wake up? Good girl.
Wow, what an elaborate plan. Just let him in through the front door? I wonder how long it took them to think that up. She had to wait till everybody went to their rooms. So what is this, like a hotel or an Airbnb? Or she says earlier that this is her boss, so does she work here? Or is this his house? Like, what's happening here?
Whoa, that's a cool castle.
A burglar who has trespassed on my property with the obvious intention of robbing me. To steal my famous treasure that the lords of Breston have carefully guarded for 2 centuries.
Jigsaw didn't sound as menacing back in the day. Oh wait, that's because that wasn't Jigsaw. That's pre-Jigsaw.
You are a thief. A burglar who has trespassed on my property with the obvious intention of robbing me. To steal my famous treasure that the lords of Breston have carefully guarded for 2 centuries. So go ahead. Get it. To make things more interesting, and in the spirit of sportsmanship, you may keep that which you find. So, my friend, it seems you now have only one choice: to continue on. Just to show you what I mean, I'm going to give you 20 seconds.
Holy shit. Did you see the way he grabbed that bag last second? Like Indiana Jones on crack. You know, because he looks like a crackhead. What I want to know is, what if they didn't make it into that room within 20 seconds? Like, was it just a idle threat? I guess we'll never know. So one thing you'll notice is this movie's only an hour and 23 minutes, but there are several establishing shots, and there's just scenes that go on forever just to get that runtime up there.
I have enough. I have enough of this. I have enough of you. I have enough of everything.
I'm fed up with this world.
I tried.
You tried. But they caught you. Face it, Boris. You're not even a good thief.
I'm getting better.
So Jigsaw gets back on the intercom and gives this long, boring speech. And at the end of his speech, he says, "Count on your wisdom." And somehow they gather this from what he says.
He somehow emphasized, count on your wisdom.
You mean all those words mean some kind of special significance?
He said count. Why not? You got a pen? Count on your wisdom. 5, 2, 4, 6. Try it.
But it works. So now they're put in this stupid, convoluted trap where their prize is their lives. Sound familiar? I bet it does. Bitch.
My father wears a ring. If properly spelled, my name will bring the solution that you need.
That's it? That's all it is?
We have to figure it out.
And what we win if we do?
Our lives will be nice.
So Wendy thinks the answer to the riddle is Janice. She explains why. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. God damn, this movie's boring. But anyway, Boris is willing to bet his life on her answer.
I think you are right. Christ! Guy's crazy! Doesn't appear to be Janus, doesn't?
So Wendy's second guess is Juno. And even though her first guess almost got Boris killed, Boris still goes along with it because he's a fucking idiot and he doesn't have anything, so why not? But luckily for them, not so much for us, Juno is correct and they survive to go on to the next trap.
Jump, quickly.
Time has come for your real problems. You have only 5 minutes to solve this chamber.
5 minutes to solve what?
There must be another passage somewhere.
To solve what? Maybe.
So in my opinion, this guy's a little more ruthless than Jigsaw because he just throws him in a fucking room and is like, okay, 5 minutes and you're dead. Figure it out.
Screw you! Screw you! You heard that? Screw you!
I'm 100% with Boris on this one. I mean, screw you! He gives them no information. They're fucked. Good thing Boris doesn't skip leg day and his karate is Bruce Lee level.
Then let me go first, okay? I put you in this mess and I'll take you out from here.
I'll get myself out of this mess.
Wendy! Talk to me, Wendy!
So there's a corpse lying on the floor in one of the trap rooms. Perhaps faking dead and is really in on the trap? No, he's he's actually dead. But that would have been interesting.
A new chamber! With holes in the walls!
Holes?
Yeah! It's all wet down here!
The holes, Wendy! Tell me about the holes!
Boris and his holes. He just loves to hear about those holes. Speaking of which, I'm going to do you guys a favor and skip out the most disgusting, disturbing scene in this entire movie, and that is the sex scene. Now, there's not even any nudity in this scene, but it still will make your stomach turn. So the room starts filling up with water, and honestly, as long as you could swim, you could have just swam back up, but they don't think of that because they're a couple of fucking idiots. We're moving on. The room drains. Boris makes his way down. They have sex, and a bunch of boring stuff happens. I mean, even for this movie, this scene is boring. But anyway, luckily, Boris has a screwdriver and just screws his way out of here. I mean, what kind of trap? It's like, as long as you have a screwdriver, you're good.
It shows him unscrew the entire thing in real time, but we'll skip past that. Whoa, that's a cool castle.
And now you come to claim that for which you risked your life. There is $1 million in that briefcase. However, you could decide to leave it where it is and simply walk out of here as an honest man. For behind this last door, the seventh door, you will find a treasure that is far more valuable.
I feel like most people would have completely understood what Jigsaw meant by that, but not Boris.
I wonder what he meant by treasure far more precious behind seven door.
Freedom. If we leave now, we'll have our freedom.
I'll empty it anyway.
But you aren't going to.
Okay, we'll go. But not without a couple of bundles to cover our expenses.
Boris, please. You promised.
Have you ever heard of insect politics?
So Boris actually leaves the rest of the money behind? You know, prison didn't work for him, but I think this whole ordeal changed him for the better. It might have actually turned him into an honest man. I think from here on out... Oh, no, never mind. He's coming back.
Okay, Mr. Preston, I came for what is mine.
Why so sad, my dear? We both gave him a chance.
He was only 36.
He was a crook. The wrong man for a girl like you. He would have found a way to get himself killed sooner or later. They all do. Here. For your trouble. 20,000 as agreed.
What? This fucking twist is crazier than anything from Saw. Holy shit, did you fucking hear that? He's only 36? I mean, I'm 37. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, and Wendy's in on it. I mean, that seems very Saw-like.
Next time, as we discussed, I'll double it.
Peter? I thought it over. Yeah. Got the key. Yeah. Tomorrow night will be perfect.
Well, that's a cool castle.
Fine.
For Wendy feeling so goddamn guilty about what just happened to Boris, she's awfully quick to just call up the next victim. I mean, Jesus Christ. But anyway, that is Beyond the Seventh Door. And maybe I exaggerated just a smidge about Saw ripping this movie off. I mean, they do have some similarities. I will give it that, but it's not a rip-off. So this movie has zero gore, zero nudity, and is boring as hell. But for some reason, I've watched it like 4 times. And honestly, it's because of Lazar Rockwood, the Boris. He is a odd character, and you can't look away from him. So I can't give this a strong recommendation, but check it out just for the similarities of Saw, or just to hear Lazar Rockwood's mouth noises every time he speaks.